Energy Orgasm Solo Mastery course is presented by Evgenia. Let's unleash the energy of activated sexuality together. Chapter 3. Practice energy sensing, charging, and movement techniques. Now that you've learned all of the wonderful theory behind the energy orgasm, let's dive directly into energy sensing experientials. Have you ever sensed energy? People have all sorts of reactions when they first are able to perceive the higher vibrating frequencies. I love watching their childlike joy and surprise while they feel tingling, pressure, or magnetic pull. Energy can also be experienced as heat, cool breeze, vibration, or a wave. Some people may start seeing colors, receiving symbolic visuals, or intuitive realizations. In our day-to-day lives, we frequently experience energetic interactions without giving them much thought. Some of the examples that you may have encountered include: have you ever had an experience of phone ringing and you just knew who was calling? The intuition is the function of your third eye. Or have you encountered a sudden realization of an important concept that felt like information download? Integration center function allows you to have those insights. Perhaps you noticed what a loving, kind, compassionate energy of unconditional love feels like, the heart, or succumb to a feeling of very strong lust, which is the sexual or sacral center function. Possibly you felt expanded, elated, and overjoyed, and that is the feeling that your essence provides. Best ways to start sensing the energy that I've found are meditative practices and the energetic exercises. So we're going to start with meditative practices. Along with energetic exercises, meditation is probably one of the best methods to start sensing into higher frequencies. Any daily meditative practice, you only need 10 to 15 minutes in the morning or before bed, would most likely allow you to feel, sense, and perceive energy within just a few weeks. Along with the feeling of calmness and centeredness and physical relaxation, you may also start becoming more tuned into high frequencies and experience intricate flow of subtle energy. This is where the magic, playfulness, and creativity also manifest themselves in your life. Along with the health benefits, meditation could be your getaway to great bliss and development of psychic abilities. We will be covering different meditation styles and how to use mindfulness for healing and emotional release in Remove and Release Emotional, Spiritual, Sexual Stagnation chapter. So let's now move on to the energetic exercises. The following practices are wonderful techniques that open your perception and allow you to tune into the subtle energy field all around and inside you. Don't worry. If you don't seem to be very sensitive at first, everyone is unique, and sensing energy is a skill anyone could master with practice and time. And I truly believe, and I have seen it time and time again, that sensing energy is our birthright, as our energy orgasms. And the more practice we have, the better we get. So let's get started in opening our high perception. Chapter 3. High Sense Perception Experientials. Drawing circles. I'd like you to place your non-dominant hand with the palm facing up and bring an index finger on your dominant hand around ½ an inch above the palm. Slowly start drawing circles around the palm of your non-dominant hand, opening your awareness to the slightest sensation of movement and pressure, tingling or coolness, as if tuning into faint radio station while canceling the rest of the louder noise outside. Notice if you're sensing any heat, pressure, or movement where the finger traces the circles above the hand. You may also be able to feel as though your energetic finger is penetrating your energetic hand.
When doing this, very close movements and circular motions, you can actually start to feel, without physically feeling the touch on your hand, almost like pins and needles, vibration between the 2 points.
I can feel more tingling in the tip of my finger, kind of like electricity.
Palms energy sensing. Open up your arms with palms facing each other and bring your hands about 10 inches apart. Start slowly moving the hands closer to each other and sense into the space between the palms. You may start feeling a sense of compression, heat, tingling, or pressure. Energy flows where our attention is, and so you may become more in tune with your energy field and notice a sense of magnetic pull, push, as if you're bringing your palms closer together. You might also be able to sense a stronger density as the palms are nearing each other because the fields closest to our bodies move slower and are easier to feel.
Even more so than the circular exercise, you feel that energy between the 2 points. And when you really focus on your breath at the same time, you feel that compression of the energy between your hands.
I can feel like the density around the space, like almost like an elastic opening and closing. It's very cool. Whee.
Connecting fingers. Open up both of your hands and spread your fingers wide. Place hands side by side, just short of touching each other. Start slowly moving hands in circular fashion as if brushing fingers against each other by keeping half an inch distance in between. Tune into the slow movement and notice what happens when fingers get closer to each other versus being pulled apart. Can you feel the energetic connections building between the closest fingers? Then disconnecting and reconnecting again, just like raindrops, are flowing into each other and breaking apart.
I feel when the fingers move past one another, there's a want or a need to bring them back to center. Almost like having an elastic wrapped around the two hands and they want to pull back together.
It feels like a little web of energy, as if it was like a gum or something when I open it and then when I close it. The way I visualize is like a bubble, how it blows out. That's what it feels like when I go closer.
Let's now tune in into energy centers and the field. Chapter 3: Energy Centers and Field Experientials. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart or assume a sitting position, keeping your spine straight and feet planted into the ground, and notice the way your body and emotional and energetic fields are feeling right now. Start by placing your hands on the perineum energy center and visualize breathing in red energy cloud from above your head all the way down into your spine and out of your perineum. See a red flower blooming in your perineum and keep breathing with red while setting the intention on opening this energy center. When you feel any type of feedback, whether it's pressure, tingling, heat, or grounding, you can move your hands to the sacral center and repeat the same sequence, visualizing and opening the orange flower. Keep moving your hand positions up along your body, starting from the base and gradually opening up each center towards the crown, using the corresponding energy centers: red, orange, yellow, green, bright blue, indigo, and shimmering white. Notice how this experience makes you feel in comparison to how you've begun. Energy center opening exercise may help you feel more open, more fluid, and expanded and alive. Now, let's dive into sensing your field. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, keeping your spine straight and feet planted into the ground, and notice the way your body and emotional and energetic fields are feeling right now. We're going to start by holding your dominant hand fully outstretched in front of the middle of your chest. Slowly begin bringing the hand closer to the body while intently focusing on the sensations of the palm as well as your chest. Try to notice texture, pressure, structure differences between the layers of the field as you slowly permeate it with your hand. Notice feeling structured level that feels a bit like a wall, followed by unstructured ones that may feel more like a cloud or plasma or water-like textures. Keep getting close to your heart while paying attention to whether you feel stronger density sensations such as pressure, tingling, heat, or cold as you're coming closer to your physical body. Notice how this exercise made you feel in comparison to how you began. You can also try this exercise with your sexual energy center or with a partner by slowly sensing into their energy field and moving closer to their shoulders.
So I feel like tingling a little bit like pins and needles, and I feel like an air stream. And as I get closer, can feel a little bit of like resistance, kind of like a rock in a river. And then I feel like a colder sensation, less tingling, more like air feeling. And then now I feel more heat and more of like a warming sensation, like my hand is close to a fire. I really feel into like, oh, that feels like water. Oh, that feels like air. Oh, that feels like fire. Or like, you know, I could feel like a white smoke almost, like the air part, which was cool.
While compressing, I felt as I got tighter to my body, my energy fields got more solid, or I felt more fluidity further away. As I got close to my heart, it got stronger for me, and just a little more tight as I pressed things into me, almost as if everything was sort of cloudy and fluid out here, and then as I brought it in closer and compressed, it felt tight within me, and then brought everything into me. I feel warmth from you, actually, and as I press in closer to you through your fields. It's almost like that. It's weird. It's an icy warmth, if that makes sense to you. Like pins and needles, kind of cool, but at the same time, a hot pad or a warming pad or something coming through those pins and needles.
I feel very nice, like smooth energy, like fluffy, like a fluffy feeling. Yeah, like almost like I was touching like a velvet sensation. And like I feel a lot of joy from your heart, very much. Very smooth, very uniform feeling. Like I'm not sensing the layers I felt when I did my own. I feel like a very uniform, like a blanket.
I can literally feel your hand.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's like this kind of very velvety, sensual feel, right?
Yeah.
When you're like, more, feel me more.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. Like it was really nice.
Yeah.
It was like I was petting you, but I wasn't. Like I could feel you though, very much.
Right.
Which was really cool.
Very cool. Now let's experience the heart line and the grounding. This exercise is actually not just fun for high sense perception, but it's also a great technique to manifest your dreams and desires into this physical reality. So please stand with your feet shoulder width apart, keeping your spine straight and feet planted into the ground, knees slightly bent, eyes open, and notice the way your body and emotional and energetic fields are feeling right now. Place your middle fingers about 1.5 inches below your navel and start visualizing a golden ball inside your body located where your fingers are. Start breathing into Tantian, visualizing it becoming red and hot. Beautiful. At this point, you may start sensing a bit of heat starting to rise in your lower stomach. You can also visualize growing roots out of your feet towards the core of the earth. This visualization and energy work may help you feel warmer, heavier, and more grounded. Envision now a laser line of light that runs from the Tantian into the earth's core and connects the two with an anchor. Feel the heat coming from the ground, sense the connection, state your intention. If you do this daily, I guarantee there will be some really fun results. Notice how this exercise made you feel in comparison to how you've begun. The grounding may make you feel hot, heavy, present, and as if nothing can stop you.
I can feel the center, like underneath my belly button, very warm. And like I see like a glowing red light, like kind of like a rod you put in the fire, you know, when you're doing like glass blowing, like that sort of red tip. And then I can see like that ball open up with a laser light going into the earth and like coming up. So from both sides, shooting down into the ground and then up.
Love it.
And my lower half feels like more heavy than it does when I'm breathing up into my head.
Now we're going to go into the soul and the essence experiential. So I'd like you to stand, sit down, or maybe lay down while keeping your spine straight and notice the way your body and emotional and energetic fields are feeling right now. Now I want you to start breathing into your stomach, visualizing brilliant, shimmering star of who you are beyond the time and space that is starting to grow in size. And so each breath that you take, I want you to visualize it becoming larger and stronger. Watch all of the wonderful rays of light come out of this brilliant star and shine their light into the room that you're in. Extend the star out into the neighborhood, into the city, into the country. Visualize the beautiful, brilliant color of the star expand into the universe, feeling the power, the beauty, the love, the pleasure, and excellence you bring into this world. And notice all of the various shimmering colors and become aware of some of the core qualities that you bring into this world and are here to share. These could be healing, inspiration, pleasure, passion, kindness, compassion, playfulness. And stay in your essence for a few minutes. Absorb all of this beautiful high frequency into each cell of your body. And eventually I want you to start slowly bringing the rays of shine back into your stomach, leaving the star for the future access to your inner wisdom and guidance. And I want you to notice how this exercise made you feel in comparison to how you've begun. The essence expansion may allow you to feel more empowered, loving, healing, and spiritual or expressive. Thank you for doing these exercises with me.
I feel like I bring a lot of acceptance and understanding to others. Mm-hmm. And a lot of love and care and kindness, like acts of service. It feels very peaceful. It feels very like loving and just very like I'm home. Like I feel at home and like I belong. That's like my place.
Homework. Thank you so much for all of your great work. Please see your workbook, meditation files, and handouts for reading and practice resources.
What the hell? Can we move the cat?